Hot take, but I don't believe shit that Hayley's saying. I don't believe shit she's saying. It is not adding up. The math ain't mathing, and if the math ain't mathing, then I'm subtracting, okay? I don't necessarily believe Blake's story in full, but I believe he's more truthful than Hayley. Also, in her case, I feel like every accusation is a confession. So I believe that when this girl is accusing people of being manipulative, of being textbook narcissist, or being abusive, I think that she's also confessing to herself engaging in that behavior. Especially when she came for Ashley during the recoupling dinner and Ashley started crying and she's like, "You're using your tears as manipulation." But as soon as Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey tried to get like the story of what happened between you and Blake, you ran crying over to Casey and used your tears as manipulation and wouldn't even let Blake speak. That whole conversation at the reunion, she was being very manipulative. And she's playing into this victim narrative because she knows this is going to get y'all on her side, because look at what Taylor Frankie Paul does. Look at how like we are in this whole believe all women, even if they're possibly lying. Even if like everything's pointing in her intuition that they may not be believable or they may be the issue, you still have women that will sit up here and cap for that person just because she has ovaries. And let's be clear, her whole description of what happened in the DV incident at the reunion is completely different from what she said on AD's podcast. So what is it, Hayley? Personally, I think she's a pathological liar. I think that she's a narcissist. I'm not able to diagnose anybody. This is my own opinion. I do think she's manipulative and I do think she's abusive. Now, where I'm going to, go light on this situation or her, I think that this stems from her childhood trauma. If you really listened, because this show was very insufferable and unbearable, I'll just be honest. But if you listen to her speak to Blake about like what she went through as a kid, she went through abuse, she went through like unspeakable things, she had a very hard childhood. I think that she has a lot of pain and hurt from that childhood, and it bleeds into her as an adult. And that is why you see her act the way she does in her relationship with Blake. Do I feel like he is perfect? Fuck no. He needs to put down the ChatGPT. He's honestly annoying as shit. He uses therapy speak as a like weaponization, especially in conversations. He has to be the smartest one in the room. There's a lot of things wrong with him, but he's not as bad as Hayley is making it seem. And Hayley just picks and picks and nitpicks at him. She will never be happy with this man or any man until she's happy with herself, and she's very unhappy with herself. Seems like she's very insecure. She has a lot of issues to work through, and that is the issue. Mind you, she's only 23. She has time to get herself together, but I don't think couples therapy would ever help her with anybody. She needs to do individual therapy to work, intensive individual therapy to work on herself before she could be in a healthy relationship with anybody, because she doesn't know healthy dynamics, because growing up, she was never raised in a healthy dynamic nor saw a healthy dynamic. So I'm not necessarily blaming Hayley for everything, but you are an adult now, and Hayley needs to get herself together. She was a very hard to watch this season. She was very insufferable. She's not a good person to me. Like, in her right now is 23-year-old. She's not a good person. She has a lot to work on. She did go through something very serious in this season, which is the text messages in Killian's phone. And I'm highly irritated that Nick and Vanessa did not touch on that or breezed past that, and Killian did not get held accountable for it. But again, does not negate the fact that this girl is a perpetrator, giving she's also an abuser, and that she needs to get herself together.